spy with my little eye. I spy the sun in the sky. I hear the wind in the trees. I hear the buzzing of bees. Where are we, do you know? In the wood where stories grow. Whisper foxtails, open trees. Softly, softly, this way, please. Lift up the latch and open the gate. Knock on the door, you won't have to wait. Grandpa Fox has a tale to tell. Come inside and listen well to fox tales.
What was I doing? Oh, I was making a stew. It smells delicious. Yes. Hello, I'm making a stew. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I'll have to tidy up here first, won't I? Oh, I hate tidying up. Don't you? Let's see what we've got here. See, yesterday's lunch, last night's dinner, this morning's breakfast. It seems to be better. Mind you, I once knew someone who positively loved tidying up. He was a rooster. I could tell you a story about him and about dear Mrs. Fox. Shall I? Yes, why not? Well, just imagine. It was like this.
Once upon a time, in a little house, in a deep wood, there lived two friends, a cat and a rooster. Each day the cat had to go out, and each day the rooster stayed at home, all by himself. Now the rooster loved tidying up.
I love to sweep, I love to clean, everything will shine and sparkle and gleam. And when there's nothing more to do, I fly into the roof and
One day, Mrs. Fox passed by, and she thought, a nice rooster. I'll have him for supper. And she thought, I'll treat that rooster. And my dears, she crept round the house, pitter-patter, pitter-patter. And she called in her sweetest voice, Rooster, rooster, Gingercomb, I wonder if you are at home. Look into my basket, my cock-a-doodle sweet. See if Auntie Foxy's brought you something nice to eat. Silly Rooster was curious. Before he could say, "Doodle pip," Mrs. Fox caught him, and that was it. Now what? Rooster stuck his head out of the basket and cried,
cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, oh, brother cat, oh, where are you?
The cat was a long way off, but he did hear the rooster. Rooster is in danger! To the rescue! The cat ran and ran, over the hills and far away, till he caught up with Mrs. Fox. Hey,
Give me back my rooster. Well, Mrs. Fox wasn't going to have Rooster for supper, was she? The cat told the rooster off. Don't you let that fox trick you ever again. But he was glad to have him back. The next morning, the cat had to go out again. Bye. And the rooster stayed at home.
Bye.
Doing, what do you think? Tidying up.
I love to sweep, I love to clean, everything to shine and sparkle and gleam. And when there's nothing more to do, I fly to the roof and
But who's that?
Rooster, rooster, Gingercombe, I wonder if you are at home. Look into my basket, my cockadoodle sweet. See if Auntie Foxy's brought you something nice to eat.
Silly Rooster was curious. And before he could say, "Pip," Mrs. Fox caught him, and that was it. He cried,
cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, brother cat, where are you?
The cat was a very long way off. But he did hear the rooster. To the rescue! Mrs. Fox thought this time the rooster was truly hers. But the cat ran and ran, this way and that, till he caught up with Mrs. Fox. Hey, give me back my rooster! Come on, Rooster, let's go home. Oh dear, Mrs. Fox went without supper again. The cat told the rooster off. You silly rooster, you always let that fox trick you, don't you? So just to make sure it didn't happen ever again, that night they made up a plan. Next morning, the cat pretended to go out. But really and truly, my dears, he sneaked back into his house and waited for Mrs. Fox.
Rooster, rooster, Gingercombe, I wonder if you are at home.
Yes, I am, and so is that.
No, you bully! Take that, and that, and that, and that! Ouch! Ouch! Said Mrs. Fox, and she ran away as fast as she could. Beef, bath, smish and smack, Mrs. Fox has gone and she won't come back. Well, Mrs. Fox went home and had some strawberries for supper.
Stupid rooster, I much prefer strawberries. I don't like chicken anyway.
And so our two friends lived happily again. I just wonder, do you think Mrs. Fox came back? Well, knowing Mrs. Fox, she probably did. she was a trickster, she was. Ah, well, I'd better have a look at that stew of mine. Bye-bye. Stew smells quite nice. Don't you forget to come back and listen to some more stories about Mrs. Fox. Very nice.